What's going on, Nerd Nation? This is STROLLING signing in and welcoming you guys back to another episode of our Pokemon HeartGold Nuzlocke here on the channel. Believe it or not, guys, we are all the way up to episode 13. So we are moving right along through Johto. In the last episode, you guys, we were able to defeat Whitney, get ourselves the plain badge, and pick up the squirt bottle over here from the florist shop. So today's episode, guys, I want to kind of continue heading north. Whitney told us to check out not the national park, but the Pokeathlon Dome, which of course is new to HeartGold Soul Silver. But before we go ahead and do that, let's take a look at our team, just to give everybody a little update, get everybody all caught up. And, of course, we are going to ignore this phone call we're getting from Mom right now, because she's just going to tell us how she bought us some item, I'm sure. But, leading off our team, we have Orville, our level 19 Pidgeotto. And Orville, of course, is rocking out with Tackle, Sand Attack, Gust, and Quick Attack. Overall, looking pretty nice. Got the nice speed boost going on so far. Next up, we have Balderdash, our level 21 Geodude. Balderdash so far has been the ace, the creme de la creme for our team, not only coming through with Faulkner and Bugsy, but last episode being the one to take out that annoying Miltank and really clinching us the badge. So Balderdash so far has been our ace when it comes to gym leaders. But at level 21, Balderdash is rocking out with Tackle, Magnitude, Rock Throw, and Rock Polish. Should actually be evolving here shortly because I believe she evolves at level 24? 24 sounds about right. 24, maybe 25. Off the top of my head, I want to say 24. Next up, we have Goldenrod, our level 17 Bellsprout. Goldenrod has Vine Whip, Stun Spore, Poison Powder, and Sleep Powder, while holding on to that Miracle Seed to hopefully boost up that Stab Vine Whip. Next up, we have our starter, the one and only, the Cinder, who started it all. Our Cinder, the Cyndaquil, who is at level 20 now. Quilava. Quilava has Flame Wheel, Fire Blast, Quick Attack, and Ember, while holding on to a Charcoal to boost 3 of those 4 moves. Next, we have Bastille, our Pineco. Bastille has Tackle, Protect, Takedown, and Bug Bite. And last but not least, holding up the rear of the team, we have Eggsy, our Togepi. Eggsy has Yawn, Sweet Kiss, Extra Sensory, and Headbutt. Now, between episodes, I was kind of thinking about this, and I feel like if we get something better here in the next couple routes, I might end up actually swapping out Eggsy, just because I kind of realized this when I was training up, but really Eggsy is not doing a whole lot for us. I kind of realized this training up because its attack and special attack stats are so low that even with Extra Sensory and Headbutt and all that stuff, it did not do a whole lot to help us out. But let's go ahead and we're going to start heading north here because that's where they told us to start moving so we can go check out the Pokeathlon Dome. And let's see. This guy received a letter from a friend of his the other day. Here's the reply I wrote. I am stuck here and was wondering if you could deliver it. So Route 31. Yeah, sure. If I remember... Wait, what? My party's full. Okay, I guess we gotta go dump somebody off and pick this letter up. Because, if I remember, actually, it's because we get a Spearow or a Pidgey or something that holds a letter. And if we take it... If I recall, it's the guy just outside of Violet City who was, like, sleeping. And he gives a snore or, like, nightmare or dream eater or something like that. Sleep talk, something. He has some sleep-oriented move. Let's see. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and deposit... let's see, Party Pokemon. I'm going to go ahead and deposit Eggsy for right now. And I think that should actually work out because then if we do get something better in the interim, that could fill up the last spot. So let me... I'm just taking a note real quick. Alright, so we deposited Eggsy. That'll free up us to grab whatever Pokemon this guy wants to give us. And I think, like I said, I think it is a Spearow. I don't know that we can battle with it, though. I think it's just going to hold into our slot on our team. The funny thing is, technically, if this is since we're doing a Nuzlocke, if we used his Spearow, or whatever Pokemon he's about to give us, and it fainted, does that mean we'd have to release it? And could we release it? Let's see what we got. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's a Spearow. Okay. So we're going to take that, because it'll give us a TM later. Yeah, weird tree. Good point. No, I don't want to know how to listen to the radio. Alright. And off to adventure. So there are some trainers on this route. I think what I actually want to do is... Oh, wow. This Spearow's actually on par with our team. That's kind of surprising. What I think I actually want to do... No, I'm going to stick with Orville. I was going to say I want to swap out, but I'm going to stick with Orville just because this is like a picnicker. So hopefully we'll be able to take on some grass Pokemon. Are you going to the gym? Me too. Well, it depends. If you're going to Whitney, then I've already been there. If you're going north, then maybe. Okay. That's actually not bad. So starting Pokemon is going to be level 15 in this kind of area, which isn't a bad drop-off because Whitney... Oh, geez, what was it? Whitney was like level 19? Okay, you're going to use Roar. I like that. Yeah, but Whitney was level 19, so it is a bit of a drop-off, but it's not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad, which is nice. That means by the time we get to the next gym leader, who would be Morty, we should be looking at trainers probably in like the level 20-ish range. And I believe, I don't 100% remember, but I believe that Morty is level... I'm just going to go for the tackler. Oh, wow, we actually outspeed. Okay. I was going to say, I believe Morty is actually in the low to mid-20s, so maybe like 21, 22 to start, and then I think his ace is like 24, 25. That's all I really remember. I try not to look up too much, just because I want to say I want to go in blindly, but I don't want to kind of walk in and be like, oh yes, he's going to have a level 25 Gengar, and it'll have these 4 moves, and this and that, because I don't think that's fun if I'm just so over-prepped. So I kind of like to go in this blind, which is also why my commentary is kind of rough sometimes. But I kind of like to just go in blind and just feel out what I'm going to encounter and take, let's say, some educated guesses based off of having played this game before. But what I do kind of remember is that in this route over here, the one we're currently on, is if we go into the grass, I believe there's an option for... I think there's an option for the Nidorans, and then I think there's also an option for, like, Growlithe. Either Growlithe on this side, or Growlithe is, like, on the other side of... on the other side of... What's the word I'm thinking? Of Sudowoodo. So, that could be an option, too. Ideally, if those are the options, I would say I would probably want like a Nidoran over. I probably want Nidoran over Growlithe because we already have. Oh, come on, land 1 hit already. Urgh, stupid sand attacks. I was like, we already have our fire option in Cinder. I keep wanting to say Cyndaquil, but we already have our fire option in Cinder. I mean, technically we already have a poison option right here in Goldenrod, but I feel like having a solid, like, poison ground in the case of Nidoking or Nidoqueen would not be something I'd really frown upon. Okay, so next up is Meryl. I'm going to stay in. So, I mean, that would be ideal for me. We add in a poison ground kind of type. Alright. Come on, 1 hit KO. That's all I ask. Not quite. Oh, come on. I'm not dealing with this rollout nonsense. Let's go ahead and swap, Ooh. Yeah, I guess we go to Balderdash. There's really not much to swap into, but I also don't want to run the risk with all these stupid sand attacks that we're going to miss. Rollout. Which does nothing. Okay. He does outspeed, though, which, I mean, is not surprising because how slow Geodude is, but is kind of surprising because we're so many levels above it. Goldenrod. Gain 93. But yeah, I am actually kind of excited for the next portion here, because once we get past this route, there's actually a couple really cool events that I recall. Like one, there's obviously the whole wiggling tree that we have to deal with. But then once we get up to Ecruteak, once we get up to Ecruteak City, we will end up dealing with kind of our first encounter with the legendary. I don't know what phrase to use. I know a lot of people call them the legendary cats, which I guess I kind of get, but I always called them the legendary dogs, and I could be completely wrong. Because I'll admit that, like, Raikou looks like a cat, but for me, Suicune always looked more like a dog. I don't know. Like I said, I could be wrong, but I'll give that Raikou looks kind of like a tiger. I guess Entei would be a lion, maybe. But yeah, Suicune always looked like a dog to me, and Entei kind of looked like a dog to me too. Like, I could see Entei as like a Saint Bernard or something. What you want, little boy? But it'll be good, because once we get up there, so we'll encounter the legendaries. We won't be able to battle them yet, but we will at least encounter them, which I believe lets them start roaming around in the wild. And I'm not saying that we're going to have them, but I mean, it's definitely an intriguing thought that we could possibly get them, encounter them in the wild. I think they start at, like, level 30. Oh, come on, Orphle. One more level. Every level helps. What else? What else happens at Ecruteak City? I know that there's the Kimono Girls. I don't think we can battle them yet. Or I should say, I don't think their full, like, storyline or whatever's revealed yet. But we should be able to battle them, which is always really cool because, and I don't want to spoil too much, but they all have a matching set of Pokemon that is very diverse, and it gives you a good chance to like battle and test out your team against different things. And it's also a really good source of experience, if I recall. Jeez, Orville is rocking out. Like, these stab tackles, you kind of underestimate them, but on the same token, like, you don't when you can one-hit KO a level 14 Pokemon. Alright, let's go past you. This guy... Okay, so I know the 1-2 up here is going to have, like, some kind of fire Pokemon. I don't know what this guy has, but I am going to end up swapping... I feel like I want to swap to Bastille just because I want to get him some experience. So let's see if we can get him some experience, because the closer he gets to the rest of the team, the more useful, honestly, he's going to be. Let's see, so the skill and dexterity... Oh, he's a juggler. So maybe... Okay, so it's going to be a level 2 Voltorb. These things better scale up, because otherwise that is just garbage. I was hoping that honestly, I was hoping he'd have, like, a psychic Pokemon, because Bastille just rocks those psychics. No, I'm not going to swap out, because I'm going to guess this one will be 6. Level 6? Level 6? Oh, I'm good. Level 6. Alright. So this level 6. Oh, and it outspeeds. Which means the next one I'm going to say is like level... If it follows that pattern, we're going to see a level 10 and a level 14. The level 10... we should be able to take. The level 14 is kind of concerning, because we know it's going to outspeed from here, but then there's also the possibility of, like, self-destruct, which I don't like those odds, like getting self-destructed on in a game where I can't heal and I can't get my Pokemon back. Okay, next Voltorb. You know what? I'm gonna swap. I know I said I want to get Bastille some experience, and I do, but there's no point getting experience if I'm just gonna lose him. So I'm gonna send out Balderdash. Oh, we're going straight to 14. Okay. Okay, big dog. Well, at least this way I can use Magnitude and get some super effective stab damage off. And this should actually be enough to get Balderdash up to 22 now that I think about it. Woohoo! Woohoo! Is it? Is it? It is. Like I said, if 20, I almost want to say that I know it's 24 that he levels or that he evolves, but I'm not confident enough to lock it in. Let's see, rollout. Rollout. You know what? I'm not going to learn rollout, just because... Actually, hang on. Don't give up on rollout. Let me see if what tackle's base is. Yeah. Because I think tackle's a base 30, and I think that's the base for the starting rollout. So tackle's base 35, rollout's base 30. I will. I'll replace tackle with rollout. Just because it's similar in base, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get like two rollouts in, plus a stab and everything. So that might actually end up benefiting us more in the long run. Oh, so now we get the 10. So you went heavy first, and now you're backing down. Alright. 4 Voltorbs, all taken out. But we did get some decent experience. I mean, it got Balderdash up a level and then some, because we're at like a third of the way to level 23 now. Like I said, my goal really this episode is to get up to... blah, blah, blah. I'm the best they've ever battled. I know. And I saved all the slowpokes. Word is getting out about us, guys. Nowhere to go but up. Oh, but you're not getting my number. No. No. Nah. I'm not dangerous. I like that. Alright, let's deal with him. I was going to say, my goal for this episode is to get our encounter, clear out this route, and I definitely want to go check out the Pokeathlon and the National Park, and then probably get to like Sudowoodo and drop off that oh my god, I can't think of Spearow. Get to Sudowoodo, drop off the Spearow. So we got a lot of stuff to get done this episode, so let's go ahead and start destroying some trainers here. And we'll kind of go from there. La da 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 da. Who's to say? Alright. I would not be upset if we got Balderdash to evolve this episode. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but if it does happen, I won't be too upset. That would be very nice for us, actually. Ooh, another Magmar. But yeah, because I honestly feel that once we get up to Graveler, that is going to be a huge boon for us. And frankly, I'm kind of wary that we haven't lost a Pokemon yet, so I'm kind of... That's why I'm probably playing a little more cautious now, too. Because we've made it, since this is episode 13, so we've made it through 3 gyms, 2 rival battles. Holy crap, that was a lot of experience. But 3 gyms, 2 rival battles, and 1 encounter with Team Rocket, and we haven't lost anybody yet. But I feel like it's only a matter of time, because let's say like Whitney really scared the crap out of me with when it stomped on Bellsprout. Like we almost lost Bellsprout there. Freaking our rival almost KO'd some Pokemon. Bugsy surprisingly put up a fight. Like there were some times where it's been close. So I feel kind of like we're just kind of scraping by this on the skin of our teeth right now. So hopefully we can continue, because honestly, if we make it through the next gym, which is Morty, if we make it through there without suffering any losses, Like, if you think about that, so we'll have made it through 4 gyms at that point, which will be halfway through Johto. It won't be halfway through the game, because don't forget this game also covers Kanto, so it's a little bigger. But just to think, like, we'll have made it through half of the gym leaders without losing anybody, I think that'll be a very happy place for me, because if you guys have watched anything else on the channel, like if you watched Red Lockdown, which I know is a little different than this because we were playing against like human opponents and not CPU, but if you watched Red Lockdown, we actually didn't even make it to the 4th gym because we ended up losing to Giovanni. As I'm talking, I'm watching Orville just get destroyed. So let's go ahead and swap out to Cinder here. But I was going to say, we made it to Giovanni, and then Giovanni's actually the one who took us out. And Giovanni was played by one of my friends, actually, Vars76, I want to say, is the number he uses on his thing. But one of my friends, Vars, actually played the role of Giovanni. And we've talked about doing, like, another lockdown again, but possibly tweaking it a little bit just to make it less... probably more like, or not less, but more like visually exciting to watch. But we talked about doing one together where he plays sort of like the rival, because another person played the rival in that one. Blah, blah. Oh, geez, everybody wants my phone number up on this route. But anyways, what I was saying is, if we make it post-Morty, I will be super excited because we'll have made it further than we did in our first Nuzlocke attempt. So we're already doing a lot better than that, because the other one is, in that first Nuzlocke attempt, we lost, probably like half our team by the time we got like to the 3rd gym. Like, we were started losing Pokemon like every other episode. But speaking of Pokemon, our first encounter, and hopefully our only encounter actually for this route, just popped up. So we have Nidoran Girl. So we are going to get that poison type I wanted. I don't know that it'll necessarily... now I feel dumb that I took Tackle off of Balderdash, because that would have been super helpful right now. But we'll go into Cinder. But what I was going to say is Nidoran actually could be a really solid addition to the team. And I don't know if it's the one that's going to replace Togepi. If we end up replacing Togepi, I don't know if this will be the one, but it definitely plays a intriguing possibility. Because I wouldn't be upset, honestly, to have Nidoran female, or Nidorino, which will be very soon. I wouldn't be upset to have one of those on the team. Let's go for one more quick attack. I know it's at half, but I'm hoping that it's like a little above half, which it is. Okay, so now, let's see what we got as far as balls. I mean, I know I have balls. But Pokeballs. Let's see what we got as far as Pokeballs. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on. Come on. I have, like I said, I'm very happy about that because, one, as you see, it already has double kick, which could be really useful going into some upcoming gyms. Like, I know, for example, Jasmine is in a couple gyms, not like immediately, but Jasmine and Price show up later in the game, which would be an Ice and a Steel gym, which, honestly, having double kick, and especially if we can get on a higher level Pokemon once it starts to evolve and stuff, that is not going to be anything to shrug down. Let's see. So what should we name our Nidoran female? I'm going to name her Majesty, because obviously she evolves into Nidoqueen. Alright, so we have Majesty, our Nidoran female, who of course is going to the box right now because we're stuck carrying Kenya. Oh my god. You know, between episodes, you guys, I think, like, I'm going to answer the stupid phone call from Mom just so I can not have her calling me incessantly. So maybe if we answer the phone call, she'll be like, oh yeah, I bought you stuff. Alright, bye, leave me alone. And we'll be done. Alright. No, I'm still heading south because I think there's another item, and I believe... Yeah, I'm like, I know I saw a trainer down here. So there's a trainer. There should be an item down here as well. So let's see if we can find the item first, and then we'll come after this guy. And the item is... Oh, it's a TM. Okay. So we get a TM. That's not bad. I'm never gonna frown down TMs. Let's see. So he is obviously a bird keeper. Like, you know, you've gotten too invested in a franchise when you can just look at the sprite and you're like, that's a bird keeper. Oh, he's gonna throw out bird Pokemon. Which is like, it's not a bad thing, but it's just a thing. And then I also love in Gen 4, like, you notice, look at that guy's sprite, like his overworld sprite, and then you look at his in-game sprite, and they look nothing alike. Because in his overworld, you know, he looked like rocker dude, you know, he had blonde hair and all flared out and stuff. And then you see him and he's like, nerdy guy with cast and bird cage. Alright, so down goes Pidgey. Do we get to level 23? I believe so. And we do. So that's not bad. At least Balderdash has gotten a couple levels. Ooh, the +3 defense. That is going to be very nice long term for us. Alright, a Pidgeotto. Finally something worthwhile. Alright. Oh, level 14 Pidgeotto. Okay, let's go for another Rock Throw. Get some damage off on this bad boy. So the one thing I will say I'm hopeful for this team, because I know we just talked about like how nice it'll be to get Nidoqueen and that kind of stuff. I'm really hopeful that we can find a decent water Pokemon soon. Because we've got our fire locked down, we've got our grass locked in, and then Balderdash and Orville really make up a nice core for us with the other two. Pineco, I think Pineco has potential. Togepi, like I said, the more I use Togepi, the more I'm like on the fence about Togepi, if that makes sense. Oh no, swap out. Oh, I can't escape. Okay. Alright, suit yourself. If I can't escape, I'm going to magnitude you. But I wouldn't mind getting a water type and an electric type, because those I feel like are the really valuable pieces we're missing. Same kind of goes for Psychic. I mean, technically we have Togepi for Psychic with extra sensory, but it just does not dish out the damage I was hopeful that it would. So if we were able to get our hands on, let's say, a... I don't know for a Psychic, because obviously getting an Abra is going to be one tall task. But I wouldn't mind for a water type if we could get our hands on like a Poliwag or something coming up soon. Also, I wouldn't mind getting our hands on... I cannot take bug types, okay? Oh yeah, if I remember, this is the national park this way, and then over here is the Pokeathlon Dome. So let's go check out the Pokeathlon Dome. I'm not going to jump into a match because it's just too... Like, they're too long. They're not that exciting. So what I think I might do is, separately, I might make a video of me challenging some Pokeathlon stuff where... Oh, what the hell does this guy want? Muhaha! It's like if Chuck, who you'll meet later, but it's like if Chuck's grandpa or something. I feel it. The twinkle in your eyes. The twinkle of friendship. You're quite something. Your Geodude is quite a Pokemon. It's ready to participate in the Pokeathlon, bud. Most of all, your solidarity with and trust of Pokemon makes me believe in infinite potential. Alright, follow me. What was I going to say? I'm not going to challenge the Pokeathlon after this cutscene ends because it's just too tedious. So what I think I would do is I might make a separate video that won't disrupt the flow of the rest of the lock, because I'm not going to make it like episode blank or whatever. Like, this is 13. I'm not going to make episode 14 just me doing the Pokeathlon. But what I might do is I might make like a 13.5 kind of episode where we just maybe like speed through the different Pokeathlon challenges and go from there. So... potentially, so that way at least you guys can see what the Pokeathlon has to offer, but we're not kind of tying up the storyline with it. Also, the Pokeathlon is a sports festival for trainers and Pokemon. Inside the dome are various challenges awaiting trainers and Pokemon to test their friendship. Why don't you try it? That's cool. Alright. Oh wait, you're amazing, bud. This is a pleasant surprise. To see a Pokeathlete with strong potential is such a pleasure. I'm glad I held the Pokeathlon here in Johto. My name is Magnus. We shall meet again, bud. See you, young Pokeathlete. Oh, what was that? Throwing shade at me. Is that a dirty look I just got? We got glared down by a Poliwrath. Okay. So let's go ahead. We're going to check out the National Park real quick and then possibly save the episode because we're getting on like the 30-minute mark. And then from there, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think there are some trainers we can take on here. And I also think there's some items we can get as well. What? Oh, they're just talking to me about the Pokewalker. Never mind. Like, I think... Yes, it is here. I think she gives us the Quick Claw. Pay attention, please. Oops, I have to quit thinking like a teacher all the time. You must be a Pokemon trainer. Since you're working so hard, I want you to have this. Obtain the Quick Claw. Alright, that is useful because... Obviously, the Quick Claw lets you potentially strike first in battle. So I am actually going to use that because... I have somebody who needs that speed boost. No, don't switch. Item, there we go. We're going to give it to Balderdash. Woo! So Balderdash is going to get the Quick Claw, which will help out, because Balderdash already has the defense and the attack, but the speed, of course, is not there. Like I think I saw last time it leveled up, it still had like 16 speed, which is not even remotely enough. Let's see, trainers always want to battle. Now there are trainers in here, of course. There is also, I believe, an item. Yeah, there's an item right there. Like, if you can see it, bottom, semi-left center corner. So I believe if I come around, there's an entrance somewhere in this little maze, which will let us go after that item. There it is. Okay. Oh, does he want something? Huff, puff, huff, puff, 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 puff. Okay. Nothing. Well, when we get Rock Climb, we can get that item. So there's an item here. Let's see. Soothe Bell. Alright. And now one other item over here, which I believe is a TM. And the only reason I say that is because it's kind of like off the beaten path. And usually the ones that are the hardest to go find, or the most out of the way, are TMs. So hopefully we're not walking all the way over here and it's going to be like, congratulations, you got a potion. No, I don't want to headbutt. I want to get this stupid thing right here. Yes, so it's Dig. Oh, okay. That might actually be useful for Balderdash. Maybe. Earthquake would be... I mean, Earthquake's the ideal move I want to put on Balderdash, of course. Is there an item here? No. Alright, so no item there. I was getting cocky. Thought we'd find something else. Do 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 do. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do actually is let's go ahead and take on a couple of these trainers, and then we're going to hopefully get an encounter, and we'll kind of take it from there. So obviously, in the National Park, it is a lot of bug Pokemon. So I'm going to let... No, Orville's too beat up, actually. I'm going to let Cinder lead off. So let's see what we can do as far as getting some levels out here. And then after we clear this out, I'm going to go ahead and save. Because at that point, the episode should be getting quite a bit up there. So we'll go ahead and save. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn this little bit here into a montage, so we're not just sitting here watching me battle, and then I will cut back, we'll save, and we'll kind of carry on from there. So, sit back, enjoy us stomping out a little bit of this area, and I'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, so I am back. Hopefully you enjoyed that little montage there of a couple battles, plus we got our National Park encounter of Colonel the Sunkern. Now, I highly doubt that we're going to use Sunkern at any point, because Sunkern, of course, is pretty terrible. It actually has the lowest, this is the one fact I do remember, it has the lowest base, or total, base stat total of any Pokemon in the game until Alola actually came out with Sun and Moon, and now Wishy-Washy actually has the lowest base stat total, but it's still a pretty bad Pokemon, so I doubt that we're going to use it. But with that being said, guys, I'm actually going to go ahead and save and end today's episode right here. Like I said, I will do a little montage, like, side piece episode that's just us going through the Pokeathlon, and we'll kind of just play around with that. Next episode, you guys, next actual official episode, I will go and, one, we have a Wiggling Tree to take on, so hopefully we're going to be taking on the Wiggling Tree. We do, of course, have to drop off Kenya, the Spearow, and then we're going to be making our way up north to Ekrotique City, where there's quite a few things we can do up there, actually. So we'll kind of take our time and really explore that place and have as much fun as we can. But like I said, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and stop today's episode right here. Comment question of the day is, so I know I just said how low Sunkern's base stat total is, but there are always some base stat total Pokemon, or there's always some Pokemon out there that have low base stat totals that find themselves surprisingly useful. So comment question of the day is, what is a Pokemon that has traditionally really low stats, or possibly one good stat that actually is useful, or that you enjoy using just because of either moveset, ability, or for whatever reason finds itself actually competitively viable despite its low moveset? So that's the question of the day. Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, if you like today's episode, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me. If you want to keep track with everything we're doing on the channel, whether that is HeartGold Nuzlocke, whether that is pack battles, whether that is test that team, anything like that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, just to keep you up to date on everything that is coming out. But, finally, guys, with that being said, this is SleevCard signing out. Have yourselves a beautiful day, and I will see you later.